This year, the Iron Bowl returns to Auburn, a tradition that was renewed in 1989 when Bill Curry led his Tide onto the Plains to take on Pat Dye's Tigers. It is a game that changed this rivalry forever. And look who we have joining us. Former Tide head coach Bill Curry joining me. The Iron Bowl returning to Auburn. You were there for the first one whenever it returned back in 1989. When you think back on that game, I'm curious what memories come to mind.
Well, the first memory is you got to beat Auburn, and you understand that if you go to work at Alabama, and if you go to work at Auburn, you have to beat Alabama. We didn't do that, and that was nobody's fault but mine. There were some key calls in that particular game that made the difference in the game, and I was responsible for them. And you live the rest of your life regretting things like that, but there was so many sort of big games in my life that if I let those regrets dominate, then that's all I'd think about.
Yeah. Your stay in Tuscaloosa, 3 seasons, won the '89 SEC Championship, won Coach of the Year that year. Like you said, had some ups and downs, but how do you recall and think back on your time in Tuscaloosa?
Well, that's an easy question to answer because coaching those young men was such a privilege. If we had, for instance, if we had walk-on tryouts, and we had these brutal drills all through the winter, and I mean, when I say brutal, I don't mean dangerous, that we would affect the permanent injury or anything like that, but they were really hard to fight yourself through anything that our strength coaches could conjure up. And earn a spot on the team. And I remember one year in particular, we had like 40 candidates who wanted to be on the football team. And that isn't true in other places. Right. I mean, other places are wonderful to coach, and the players at every place are deserving of our best. But these guys were different. It meant more to them. Being a tiny part of that tradition, and I don't claim to be a big part of it, but you can't be there and not appreciate what was done on behalf of football and what it means to those guys that have the privilege. You never have to motivate an Alabama player.
Yeah,
he's going to come on the field ready to practice, ready to work hard in the weight room all day, every day. And that's my main memory.
Got time enough for one more question. I'm curious, you were the first Bama coach in forever to head to Auburn for a game. Kalen DeBoer, Bama's head coach now. This is his first time visiting Auburn as head coach of Alabama. Any advice from a former coach to a current coach?
Well, it would be in terms of a technical advice, and I don't know if he doesn't know me and I don't know him, so I doubt if he'd be interested. But if you're going to try any sort of trickery, go well beyond your normal preparation time. We had a fake field goal that would have been a great plus to us, and we didn't execute it because we couldn't communicate it. The noise was so persistent and so loud that we didn't communicate with everybody that was on the field, and that's the head coach's fault. So if Kalen said, what would you tell me? I would say, whatever you do, make sure that you can handle the noise, especially if you've got something that involves a little trickery that might get you a quick touchdown.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a night game at Jordan-Hare, so it's going to be a good one. Coach Bill Curry, it's always great to see you. Thanks so much for the generosity here of your time.
Well, thank you, David.
Looks pretty good. Yeah. 83 years old. Bill Curry at the Tide Tigers face off inside Jordan-Hare. Again, this Saturday, 6:30 p.m. kickoff.
And it will be loud.
It will be loud. You can guarantee that. All right.